Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Runde Genshin Impact. Heute wieder in der Wüste. Das letzte Mal haben wir mit Alhaitham eine recht fluchtartige Reise in das Aru-Dorf gemacht, wo wir dann auf den anscheinend Ex-General Mahamatra Syno getroffen sind, der ja unbedingt Alhaitham ausfindig machen wollte und fangen wollte. Aufgrund irgendwelcher Verdächtigungen, dass da halt eben an dem Projekt der Weisen mitwirkt. Und ja, beide haben das jetzt abgestritten, dass die was davon wissen. Aber so richtig vertrauen können wir leider keinen. Außer offensichtlich Candace, die uns hier vom Sandsturm in Sicherheit gebracht hat. Hier in diesem wunderschön aussehenden Haus. Es sieht so gut aus, ne? Ich bin so begeistert von der Wüste. Wir haben auch Dia wieder getroffen, die auf ihre hitzköpfige Art und Weise versucht hat, den Streit zu schlichten, es verschlimmbessert hat, bis dann Candace uns dann irgendwann wirklich auseinandergefriemelt hat und hier in das Haus gebracht hat, denn ein Sandsturm kam. In diesem Sandsturm tauchen auch Bestien auf. Und Candace ist losgegangen, um die zu beseitigen, ist aber noch nicht wieder zurück, weswegen alle beschlossen haben, dass wir jetzt mal nachsehen gehen, was wir jetzt auch tun werden. So. Scheint wieder alles cool zu sein. Das ist irgendwo ein Dendroculus. Und Quests. Oh nein, hier sind Quests. Okay, ich werde mich nicht distracten lassen. Ihr seid hier, das ist gut zu wissen. Ich markiere euch mal. So hier grob, dass ich weiß, ihr seid hier. Das scheint auch wieder so ein Weltauftrag. Das wird wieder irgendwas Größeres sein. Mit Sicherheit. Guckt es euch mal an. Hier allein schon, wie dieser Sand da so runterrinnt und die Brücke und die Felsen. Ach, es ist so schön. Oh, diese Bestien im Sandsturm.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Nicht nur außerordentlich stark, sondern auch sehr ausdauernd.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Nein, ich will Dia kämpfen sehen, please. Ach nö.
Hi! You're Warren?
Confess! Bring it on! Yeah.
Shazam! Huh? Fly! Try this on for size!
No, my...
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Let me weave you a verse.
You're Warren?
Can't fool me! Fracture!
So. Das war's, glaube ich, hoffe ich.
Appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Hallo, es tut mir leid, dass ich euch Ärger gemacht habe.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering.
Oh, das ist nicht vertonen? Vielleicht.
So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Well, if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Tinari hat das Gleiche gesagt. Hypatia wurde auch fast in die Wüste verbannt.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Och, er ist so lieb. Ich mag ihn jetzt schon. Das ist wieder so ein NPC, den man einfach gern hat. Ich will auch helfen.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
Solange Dia und die anderen da sind, sollte es kein Problem sein.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Tausche Informationen mit Sino an einem anderen Ort aus. Anderer Ort, anderer Ort. Ja, ich komme dann zu euch. Händlerin, hast du was zu verkaufen? Oh, du hast dich da aber etwas dünn angezogen. Die Nächte in der Wüste sind wirklich sehr kalt. Achte darauf, dass du dich warm hältst. Danke für dein Interesse. Du bist? Ich bin die Besitzerin dieses Standes und verkaufe von mir selbst hergestellte Waren, hauptsächlich Deckenkleidung und noch andere Artikel. Als ich noch jung war, habe ich in der Stadt in einem Laden für Wolldecken gearbeitet. Ich hätte damals nicht gedacht, dass wir die dabei erworbenen Fähigkeiten auch heute noch von uns sein würden. Ich erwarte allerdings nicht eine Menge Geld damit zu machen, sondern will einfach nur den Leuten in der Nachbarschaft das Leben etwas einfacher machen. Ich war aber schon lange nicht mehr in der Stadt und weiß daher nicht, ob diese Muster auch noch heute in der Mode sind. Die Erwachsenen und Kinder scheinen sie jedenfalls sehr zu mögen. Sie sollten also passabel sein, oder? Oh, die sind alle so süß hier. Ja, ich komme dann. Ich muss nur kurz euer Dorf looten. Ist noch ein Händler. Eigentlich möchte ich schon mit allen reden. Da oben ist auch noch ein Seli. Oh Gott, das stresst mich schon wieder. Hallo, was kann ich für dich tun? Was verkaufst du? Schau dich ruhig um, aber ich will dir gleich im Vorhinein sagen, dass die Preise etwas höher als in der Stadt sind, wenn du mit Mora bezahlst. Ja, Rezept. Meins, danke. Honigdatteln. Genau, das ist, glaube ich, dann dieser Reis. Genau, den haben wir bekommen. So, hoffentlich kriegen wir das Rezept für Honigdatteln auch, ne?
Oh, of course not. It's all
So, und ich vermeide es jetzt erstmal mit jedem wieder im Dorf zu reden oder alles Mögliche zu erkunden. Archon-Quest.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Warum werden die wahnsinnigen Gelehrten Dorfwächter genannt?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler?
Nahida könnte dahinter stecken.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
Die niedere Herrin Kusanali ist die wahre Wächterin des Dorfes.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Wir haben Sumeru kürzlich gemeinsam gerettet.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
Yep.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Ethan wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Sino, komm. Bitte.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Alright, General Mahamatra. Wo ist Candace? Ich muss mich so zusammenreißen, nicht irgendwelche Sprüche zu bringen. So oft wie ich diesen Namen in den Mund nehme. Ah, hier sind so viele Leute, mit denen muss ich alle noch reden. Oh, wieder ins Haus rein? Okay. Alles hier, ja, hier.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep.
No.
The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Sieht aus, als würde sich Nahida hinter dem aufgeweckten Opa verbergen. Sie sollte auch diejenige sein, die die Schmerzen der wahnsinnigen Gelehrten lindert. Von Sinus Gesichtsausdruck zu urteilen, sollte er auch darauf gekommen sein.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
No. Es tut mir wirklich leid für die Leute da, ne? Klingt alles so zwar sehr warm, aber auch irgendwie so ein bisschen bittersüß.
Oh, it's you guys.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow, thank you so much.
Deine Opa geht es bestimmt gut.
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Gut. Damit hätten wir den Akt abgeschlossen. Luftschlösser, Illusion und Betrug. Fragt die Einheimischen nach Informationen. Dann machen wir einfach gleich Fluid.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Und der geht einfach. Cool. Da oben. Shani.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Aber auch nicht viel neue Informationen. Scheint so, als würde das echt ein bisschen schwierig werden, hier an Informationen zu kommen. So, Person, die mit mir reden soll. Da unten. Jabari. Schon wieder ein Jabari.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's
So
no
not well.
good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Zeno, was ist los?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Okay. Noch ein neuer Abschnitt. König Dreshet und die drei Heiligen Weisen. Ah ja, das ist ja, glaube ich, so der Visionsname jetzt. Von dem ersten Teil der 3.1.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Jo. Erstmal T-Pausen.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Ja, eher die Akademie als den Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, and many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Ist schon eine imposante Persönlichkeit.
One half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Gut, dass ich nicht zu deinen Feinden gehöre. Naja, zumindest nicht ganz.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Darfst ihn nicht weiter provozieren, Paimon.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Entschuldigung.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Gehen wir zuerst zu den Häusern der Gelehrten? Ach ja, von den Wahnsinnigen. Ich dachte mir so, hä, warum gehen wir jetzt zurück nach Sumiro?
Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Auf geht's. Guck mal, wie er wartet sogar. Nicht so wie Alhaven, der einfach weggerannt ist. Ja gut, ich kann es aber auch verstehen. Immerhin wurden wir verfolgt von der Goldbrigade.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Das klingt echt ein bisschen traurig. Ich glaube, der sehnt sich einfach nur nach jemandem, der halt wie sein verstorbener Großvater ist.
Oh, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
Dieser Geruch? Was für ein Geruch? Ich riech nichts. Sino, riechst du auch Weihrauch?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Ja, genau das Ding von früher.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
Ich find's schön. Ich habe ja Tanari selber ja nicht. Aber Nation und Haru haben den ja. Und dann haben wir uns ja diese typischen Voicelines angehört, die man ja bekommt ab Freundschaftsstufe 4 über andere Charaktere. Und ich find's schön, wie Sino erstmal so richtig unverfroren sagt, so ja, wir sind definitiv Freunde, so. Und ich glaube, was war das? Irgendeine Voiceline von Tainari war, ja, hier, es tut mir leid, dass du dann, solltest du jemals mit Sino zu tun haben, tust du mir wirklich leid und sowas. Und dass er wirklich anstrengend ist und ja, wenn du wirklich mit ihm zu tun hast, dann lass mir erstmal so das Schlimmste von ihm sagen. Und hat dann erstmal so ein richtiges Bashing gegen Sino betrieben. Aber schön, dass Syno denkt, die sind Freunde oder findet, dass sie Freunde sind.
No. No need.
Der Geruch behagt mir nicht.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
Im Wald, in dem eine Gelehrte ihre Ausbildung machte.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Suchen wir nach weiteren Hinweisen. Teilen wir uns auf, dann sind wir effizienter. Ich würde mich ungern aufteilen. Ehrlich gesagt. Ich habe Angst, dass Syno irgendwas versucht. Na, so wie es aussieht, teilen wir uns auf. Ach, guck mal, da rennt er rum. Hallo, kann ich nochmal mit dir reden? Okay. Hallo? Zeit beobachten. Da scheint jemand gelebt zu haben. Hey, wie er wirklich hier rumläuft und sich die Sachen anguckt. Ist hier richtig gut. Drinnen gibt es Haushaltsgegenstände. Hä? Das ist ja voll cool gemacht. Läuft hier einfach rum und guckt sich Sachen an. Ich bin beeindruckt. Die Fußspuren sind noch frisch. Hä, ist hier richtig cool. Ich rede nochmal mit Isaac.
Oh, where did Grandpa go? Please come home, Grandpa.
Sprich mit Syno. Oh, er hat was gefunden, okay.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Sind Spuren?
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
Du meinst, jemand war hier?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Weggelockt. So ist es also passiert.
So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Zum Beispiel, wenn du etwas Leckeres riechst, Paimon, dann gehst du sehr leicht an die Angel.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Möchte der König Deshret wiederbeleben?
Are the rumors really true?
Das ist der einzige Hinweis, den wir momentan haben.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Gut. Aber wie wir das nächste Mal mit Candace den Plan besprechen, wie wir die verschollenen, verrückten Gelehrten zurückbekommen, sehen wir dann das nächste Mal. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet viel Spaß beim Zusehen. Och, die Wüstenquest, die macht mich schon echt neugierig. So, ich möchte echt wissen, was es damit auf sich hat. Ich denke, ich werde dann auch noch gleich weiter ein bisschen aufnehmen. Aber für euch war es das heute erstmal. Und in dem Sinne, bye bye und bis zum nächsten Mal.